Hello class, welcome back to your online class. I'll be taking biology today. So in our bio class, we have been discussing about chapter 3, that is cell, the basic unit of life. We have already done an introductory class on this particular chapter. We have already understood what is cell, why is it termed as structural and functional unit of life, okay, how cell size vary, how are we able to see a cell, what are the instruments used, who were the scientists behind its discovery, right? Today we will be discussing about the structural parts of plant cell and animal cell. First, let me give you an overview of how plant cell and animal cell looks like. So the diagram that's given there, it's a plant cell. It has two protective membrane. What are those? Those are your cell wall, it's the outermost membrane, and you have cell membrane. Okay, these are two protective membrane. Now this is a diagram of an animal cell. Here in case of animal cell, you do not have a cell wall, you just have a single protective membrane, that is referred to as a cell membrane. Okay, today we will be discussing about the basic structure which is present both in a plant cell as well as your animal cell. Okay, so what are those basic structure? Those basic structure are your cell membrane. Cell membrane, it is present in animal cell, and here you can see it is present in plant cell also. Okay, then you have a centrally located, most of the time, nucleus in animal cell as well as in your plant cell. Okay, and both plant cell as well as animal cell is filled with a colorless fluid or liquid substance called cytoplasm. Okay, now it's not indicated here, but whatever this compartment, this whole compartment is filled with a colorless liquid called cytoplasm. So these are the three basic structure which is common in both plant cell as well as in animal cell. Now let us discuss about the function of both three of these. Okay, cell membrane, nucleus, and your cytoplasm. So first, let us discuss about the function of a cell membrane. As I told you, cell membrane, it's a protective membrane which is present both in your plant cell as well as in animal cell, but in case of animal cell, it's the outermost protective membrane, as in case of plant cell you have one more membrane, that's cell wall. Okay, cell wall is the outermost protective membrane in case of plant cell. So let us discuss about the function of a cell membrane. Now your cell membrane, it holds the protoplasm. Now what is protoplasm? Protoplasm is a fluid which is present inside the cell. Okay, colorless fluid. So protoplasm consists of your cytoplasm and nucleoplasm forms a protoplasm. Okay, and it prevents whatever the cell or the cell organelles that is present inside the cell from any kind of mechanical injury. Okay, and your cell membrane also provides a definite shape to the cell. Okay, and your cell membrane is selectively permeable. Selectively permeable, that means it does not allow everything to enter. It is very selective towards the material that's entering the cell. Okay, and this cell membrane is a living structure, whereas your cell wall, that's outermost membrane of a plant cell, is a non-living structure. Okay, so that's all about the function of a cell membrane. Now next, let us discuss about the function of a nucleus. So this given structure is a structure of a nucleus. Now nucleus is also termed as the brain of a cell. Just like the brain in a human controls all the other activities, similarly nucleus is the control center of the cell. Now first let us go through the structural parts of a nucleus. Now nucleus also has a outer protective membrane. It is referred to as your nuclear membrane. Now your nuclear membrane is perforated, that means pores are present on the nuclear membrane. Okay. Now your nucleus is filled with a fluid referred to as a nucleoplasm. Now inside in your nucleoplasm you have a thread like structure known as chromatin fibers. Now these chromatin fibers before undergoing cell division become dense, and now it would be referred to as a chromosome. Now chromosome only consists of a genetic material. What does these genes do? They are the hereditary unit. Hereditary unit means whatever the characters which has to be transferred from a parent to the offspring, those characters are stored in these genes. Okay. And it also has a spherical body inside in a nucleoplasm. It's your nucleolus. Okay. Now nucleolus basically it helps in protein synthesis also. Okay. So that's all about the structure of a nucleus. Now once you go through the structure of a nucleus, you will be able to write its function, right? So your nucleus is the control center of a cell. Okay. It houses chromatin fibers which are responsible for the transfer of a hereditary character from a parents to the offspring. Okay, you can write this function. Next, coming to the third common structural component, that's cytoplasm. Like I told you, cytoplasm, it's a transparent liquid or fluid which is present inside the plant cell as well as animal cell. Okay, first let us discuss about the function of a cytoplasm. So this cytoplasm, if I talk about the site or location, it is present in between the nucleus and your cell membrane. We have already discussed the fluid which is present inside the nucleus is referred to as what? Nucleoplasm. So when you combine cytoplasm with nucleoplasm, that would be again termed as protoplasm. Okay, which we have already discussed. Now let's talk about the function. Okay, now first function. Now cytoplasm, it stores different kind of chemicals which are essential for carrying out different function within the cell, and most of the chemical reaction also takes place in a cytoplasm. And cytoplasm, it is also a house for many cell organelles. Okay, and it also provides the cell organelles with the proper nutrients which are essential for their functioning. Okay, and it also stores starch. So that's all about the function of a cytoplasm. We have already discussed about the common structural components of both plant cell and animal cell and its function. Next day we will be discussing about the different other cell organelles which are present in a cytoplasm. First today let me give you a brief definition of what is cell organelle. Okay. Okay. I hope you can name few of the organs that is present within a human body. You can? What are those? Starting from your brain, heart, lungs, kidney, all these are the different organs present in a human body. All of them has a respective functions, right? Like your brain, it's a control center. Your heart pumps the blood. Your lungs helps in respiration. So all of them has a particular function to perform. Similarly, inside the cell also there are a minute structure, organ-like structure, which has a respective function to perform. So these minute cell-like structure is termed as your cell organelles. Okay. Now what are the different types of cell organelles which are present inside the cell? Mitochondria, ribosome, Golgi bodies, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes. All these are the different cell organelles and they have a respective functions to perform within a cell. So we will be taking into consideration about all the cell organelles in our next class, and we will be discussing about its function. Thank you so much.